Sometimes the best surplus pistols are the ones people overlooked for years. Not the famous guns or the expensive collector pieces, but the sleepers. And that brings us to this, the FEG PJK-9HP. The FEG PJK-9HP, a Hungarian-made high-power clone that spent decades living in the shadow of the Belgian Browning. Over time, shooters and collectors started realizing something important. These guns are actually really good. Cold War steel, classic ergonomics, and Browning high-power DNA for a fraction of the price. But like many surplus firearms, the story gets complicated fast, because not every FEG high power is actually a true high power internally. Some are extremely close copies of the FN design, while others only resemble one externally. So today at the mess table, we're diving into the history of the FEG PJK-9HP. FEG stands for, well, this. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it in the event I get it totally wrong. Well, FEG is a Hungarian arms and industrial manufacturer dating back to the late 1800s. During the Cold War, Hungary fell within the Soviet sphere of influence, and FEG produced military arms for both domestic use and export. Most people recognize the FEG for pistols like the PA-63, an aluminum-framed handgun heavily inspired by the Walther PP. But during the 1970s and 80s, FEG aggressively pursued commercial export markets because Western sales meant hard currency. One of the company's most successful efforts was its version of the Browning high power. By the late 20th century, the Browning high power had already earned a worldwide reputation. The high power began with John Browning's final handgun concepts and was later completed by Donisav at FN. It became one of the most widely used military pistols in all of history. The original FN high power served with NATO countries, Middle Eastern militaries, police agencies, and special operation units around the world. Shooters loved the design because it offered excellent ergonomics, solid capacity for its era, slim grip dimensions, and proven reliability. The downside was price. Belgian-made Brownings were expensive, which created a market for lower-cost alternatives, and FEG stepped directly into that role. One thing that confuses new collectors is the naming system. FEG pistols appeared under several different model names, depending on importer and production period. You commonly encounter PJK-9HP, FP9, P9M, and MBK-9HP markings. The PJK designation is commonly believed to reference Pamela Jane Kasner, wife of importer Michael Kasner, although that explanation mainly comes from collector discussion rather than official factory documentation. Regardless, the PJK-9HP name became strongly associated with FEG's commercial high-power style pistols imported into the United States during the 1980s and 1990s. This is where things become important for collectors. There are essentially two categories of FEG high-power pistols. The first are the true high-power pattern guns. These closely follow the original Browning design with similar lockup geometry, takedown procedure, internal layout, and many components can interchange with traditional Browning high powers, depending on the variant. These are the models enthusiasts usually want because they feel very close to a traditional FN high power. Many collectors identify them by frame contours around the trigger and cam area, although the shortcut is not foolproof. That second category consist of hybrid models. Externally, they still resemble a high power, but internally, they use systems that differ significantly from the original Browning design. As FEG continued development throughout the 1980s and 90s, later pistols like the P9R evolved further away from the traditional high-power design. These hybrids can still be excellent shooters, but parts compatibility becomes much less predictable, which explains why some owners discover their high-power clone will not accept certain Browning parts. One thing FEG generally did very well was build solid steel pistols. These guns came from an era before polymer dominated the handgun market, and they feel substantial compared to modern carry pistols. Most examples feature steel frames, steel slides, blued finishes, fixed military-style sights, and traditional single-action operation. Machining quality varies somewhat depending on production year and import batch, but many examples are surprisingly well made considering how inexpensive they once were. The trigger is usually the weak point. Like the original Browning high power, many FEG pistols retained a magazine disconnect safety, which often makes the trigger feel heavier or less smooth than it otherwise could be. As a result, many owners chose to remove the disconnect, although that remains a personal decision. Most FEG PJK-9HP pistols were chambered in 9x19 parabellum and typically used a 13-round detachable magazine patterned after the original Browning high-power design. Although some commercial imports during the 1990s appeared with reduced capacity magazines due to import restrictions and state compliance requirements. The pistol generally featured a 4.7-inch barrel, an overall length of approximately 7.75 inches, a height of around 5 inches, and a width of roughly 1.4 inches across the grips, and an unloaded weight typically ranges around 32 to 35 ounces depending on the exact variant. Construction usually consisted of a steel frame, steel slide, blued steel finish, iron sights, and either checkered wood or black polymer grip panels depending on production year and importer configuration. Like the original Browning high power, the FEG offered a slim grip profile despite its double-stack magazine design, which helped give the pistol its excellent ergonomics and natural pointability. FEG pistols entered the United States through multiple importers over the years, including Kastner Imports KBI and Century Arms. Import markings can help narrow down approximate production periods and import eras. You'll typically encounter markings such as Made in Hungary, FEG Budapest, or importer-specific model designations. Because FEG produced several overlapping models at the time, markings do not always tell the complete story, which is part of what makes collecting these pistols both interesting and occasionally frustrating. Serial number dating is one of the hardest parts of researching FEG pistols because factory records are incomplete and surviving documentation is limited. Unlike Colt or Smith & Wesson, there is no definitive serial number lookup system. Most information today comes from collector research, importer records, and observed production trends. Common serial prefixes include B, G, F, L, U, and YG. Generally speaking, pistols from the late 1970s through the mid-1980s include many of the earlier and more desirable true high-power pattern guns. These often feature polished blue-style finishes and stronger compatibility with FN parts. During the mid-1980s through the early 1990s, exports increased significantly as more commercial imports entered the United States and FEG expanded model variations. By the 1990s, hybridized models became increasingly common and parts compatibility became less predictable depending on the exact variant. Many G prefix pistols are associated with later commercial production from the 1990s into the early 2000s. Although precise dating still varies, imports continued in smaller numbers into the early 2000s, before the original FEG Arms operation collapsed financially in the mid-2000s. Although the commercial PJK-9HP is best known in the United States as a surplus import pistol, FEG as a company had extensive military and police manufacturing experience. Hungary relied on FEG-produced sidearms for decades, and several high-power pattern and hybrid variants were produced for law enforcement and export markets during the Cold War and post-Cold War years. One of the most important variants was the FEG P9R, a hybridized evolution of the high-power design. Variants of the P9R family reportedly saw limited military and police use in Hungary during the 1990s, including pistols associated with the 96M designation. Outside Hungary, some FEG pistols also appeared in foreign police and security markets, including reported exports and police sales in parts of Eastern Europe and distribution through surplus channels connected to Israel. Like many Eastern European export firearms of that era, these pistols circulated widely through surplus and commercial markets after service life ended. One of the more fascinating Cold War stories surrounding the FEG high power involves Saddam Hussein's Iraq. During the Iran-Iraq War era, Iraq acquired Hungarian-made FEG high-power pistols that were marked to resemble Belgian FN high powers, including FN-style roll marks and Belgian-style proof marks. Collectors today commonly refer to these as Iraqi contract FEG high powers, although historians and collectors still debate exactly who applied the FN markings and how official the arrangements actually were. In the US, these are highly sought after and valued by collectors. One reason the true high-power pattern FEG pistols became so respected is because many of them accepted standard Browning high-power magazines and share compatibility with FN pattern guns. That compatibility is one of the biggest reasons collectors seek out the earlier true clone models today. However, not every FEG pistol is fully interchangeable with Browning parts. The later hybrid pistols can differ internally in several important ways, particularly in the locking system and operating geometry. That means some replacement parts may require fitting, modification, or may not work at all depending on the exact variant. For collectors, this creates an important rule. Always verify whether your pistol is a true high-power clone or a hybrid before ordering parts. The first thing that most people notice when shooting this FEG is the grip. Even today, the high-power grip shape feels fantastic. The pistol points naturally, the controls are easy to reach, and despite being an older design, it still feels surprisingly modern in the hand. The downsides are typical of older service pistols: small sights, occasional hammer bite, and sometimes stiff safeties. But once you start shooting one, it becomes immediately obvious why the high-power design survived for so long. These pistols shoot exceptionally well and earned a reputation for reliability, durability, and surprisingly good accuracy for what many people consider a budget import. Unlike pistols such as the Tech-9 or Mac-10, the FEG PJK-9HP never developed a major criminal notoriety reputation in the United States. There are no widely documented high-profile crimes strongly associated with this pistol. Its reputation instead comes from the broader high-power family and Cold War surplus market. In film and television, the FEG can be difficult to identify because it so closely resembles the Browning high-power externally. Some armorers like to use the FEG pistol as stand-ins for FN high powers because they're so affordable and readily available. While confirmed screen identifications do exist, they are relatively uncommon. The larger cultural significance of the pistol comes from what it represents: affordable Cold War steel imported into the United States during the golden age of surplus firearms. For years, FEG pistols were treated like bargain bin imports. that perception has changed dramatically. As original Belgian high powers became increasingly expensive, collectors started looking for alternatives and realized these Hungarian pistols offered Cold War history, steel construction, excellent ergonomics, and surprisingly good quality. The true high-power patterned guns in particular have become increasingly desirable among surplus handgun collectors. If you're shopping for an FEG high power today, the biggest thing to determine is whether the pistol is a true high-power patterned gun or one of the later hybrids. Collectors usually prefer the true clone variants because of the stronger FN compatibility, easier part replacements, and greater collector demand. Check the frame contours, takedown geometry, importer markings, and overall compatibility before purchasing. Condition matters heavily as well because many surplus imports show holster wear, refinishing, or replacement parts after decades of service and importation. And because serial number records are incomplete, exact dating can still be difficult even for experienced collectors. The FEG PJK-9HP is one of those firearms that quietly earned respect over time. At first, it was dismissed as a cheap import. Today, collectors recognize it as a well-made Cold War pistol with real historical value behind it. And depending on the variant, it may be one of the closest experiences you can get to a classic Browning high power without paying Browning high power prices. Thank you for being here at the mess table. Make sure to like and subscribe. That support helps me continue bringing firearms history and reviews like this to you. And I'll keep a seat open for you next time here at the mess table.